Yeah, does he want to do this every week?
Yeah, no. That's I actually came in here to what's a better way to do this?
All right.
How's that?
Do any commercials?
I came in here to inquire for you guys about, because they have students, because like Baylor, big university here, they have a bunch of interns and stuff, and so I was like, well, maybe
Waco, Texas.
we can. There are some things. Canada. There are some things in the history here, but I mean, it feels safe for them back home right now. So.
No, Waco's like, I mean, it used to be farmland 20 years ago, and now it's like hugely developed.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of young, fresh blood, smart ideas, cool restaurants, cafes, businesses popping up everywhere. Like, it's a good pocket now.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love it. And it's slower pace for family, right? So I'm not
give this a shot, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, let me just grab my book.
Yeah, do your thing.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
I can't even explain what my schedule looks like these days. It's not that exciting. I'm hanging on.
You want to be a big shot?
Well, I don't want to be a big shot. I just want to get lots of shit done. That's all.
You want to be American.
One last thing.
American now.
Just,
that's it. America.
Get the mic the way you like it, and just don't touch
America.
it, okay?
Hey, have you heard of Sunshine up in Canada?
No. What?
Have you heard of Sunshine?
No.
The company? No? J&R?
J&R.
JNR. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of Ottawa.
Yeah.
Is Ottawa nice?
What do you mean by nice?
Like, is it nice if you had to live there?
It's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No, that's like, I don't know. Yeah. Go visit.
Visit.
I got the answer I needed right there.
Yeah.
Everybody's in love with where they live. They're going to tell you the best stuff anyways.
Oh, shit. All right. So Rob, I got like a 2-minute intro for you to explain why we're here, what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into it. I sent you the basic questions that we came up with, and I'm sure, as always happens, we'll get our follow-ups and get into different directions off of those. And like I said, man, this is your show. So anything you like, if there's anything on that list that you want us to cover that's not there.
Let me just send you this. My note. Just my notes, but you can read it probably. Just in case. This is so weird. Hearing my audio so intensely. It's very uncomfortable.
I am?
No, like
I can
me.
Turn my mic down.
No, me hearing myself.
Voice,
gotcha.
It's very uncomfortable. Public speaking and using microphones is not my jam. But I'm going to have to grow up at some point. Okay, I sent you what I got. Okay, I'm going to put this on.
The Torch was denied a bank loan.
Huh? Okay, I'm just going to lift up my...
Like a midget at a urinal, I was going to have to stay on my toes.
I love that one. That's so good. All right, let's see what he's got here. Oh, like I can read his fucking handwriting. Yeah, we got that. How did this happen? How long's it been in play? We definitely have that, right? Yep. We're going to talk about how long it's been going on, because I have that actually in the intro to kind of dispel the people that have been for like 3 months or 4 months now. Why the hell are you guys fucking hanging out with Short Iron? They've been failing to deliver plows and taking our money for 2 years.
Yeah.
Dude, we've heard that. Like, there was 2 or 3 guys that DM me saying, "Why are you with Short Iron?
Yep.
They make a great plow, but they took my money."
Yeah.
And they didn't deliver a plow in 7 months, and then they didn't even give me my money back.
Yeah, if that's still true, I would like track that down and solve it. I'm not sure.
I will send you the guy's information that said that he said the guy even said he doesn't have his money to give him back.
Damn. Yeah, so we can get into this, but
That's why you got a deal on the company.
Well, yeah. So there's some things, right?
Operator, what makes it different?
We going to equip Rob or what?
Equip, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I think that's going to be a riot, man.
Yeah.
I was
We're
like,
gonna be there.
I can't afford like 100,000 booth for the week, but I can afford like a fun rental house and steak for
Hell yeah.
everybody.
Yep.
So be a good chance to
Dude,
catch
nobody
up.
goes to the boots anyway.
Nah.
I just like
We're all
it
there.
seems like exhausting. There's just so much, and everybody just
Honestly,
wants
I'm
something out of
looking
you.
forward. I'm looking forward to not having to go to really anybody's booth. We can go anywhere the fuck we want, and
Sweet.
it's not like Simon where you have 5 hours to do it. You have a
Yeah.
couple days.
Nah, you just walk around and bullshit everybody. That's all I'm looking forward to doing. So.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think we have everything on that list, so
Good.
I think we're good to go. All right, we ready to do this?
Ready as ever.
We'll give this a shot, and hopefully we get it right, as always. So that mic tab, if you click that once, that mutes your mic. If you click it again, your mic is live again. While we're doing the music, we have no commercials today, but while we're doing the music, you're live. And while we're talking and you're not, your mic is still hot.
I don't see a live. I don't see a mic anything here.
Right next to your name, Rob, there's a mic tab, and then there's a camera icon and a mic icon. See it on the computer?
No. I
No?
see. No, I don't. Oh, scroll. Okay. Yeah.
Way
yeah,
at the
scroll down a
bottom.
bit. Yeah. Good.
There you go.
Okay,
Jeremy's
so
got
there's-
something
I'm
to
gonna
say.
press the
There you
buttons
go.
here.
You have something to say. That's how that works.
Yep.
And
What's
then
this?
there you go. Now click it again, and your mic is live again. There you go. You got it now.
So we're on.
And you can click on that hand again. That way, that takes that off your screen. If you have something to say.
Yeah. We don't need that.
Rob's always got something to say.
Too much.
All
I
right.
talk too much.
So yeah, you can.
I think he's muted. I think you muted yourself.
Yeah,
Rob.
you're still muted, Rob.
Gummy.
There you go. Yep.
Great.
Got you now. All right. So let's just let's get into this, and hopefully we get it and don't have to do this again on a different computer for you, Rob.
Mhm.
So Jay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get it, Snowjobs Nation. Welcome to a very special announcement episode of the Snowjobs Podcast. This is the first time we're doing one of these. We must be
Oh,
big
yeah.
time now.
Big time, big time.
Now, this is where I usually say powered by short iron backblades. Well, that is the last time you will ever hear me say that, gang. And we are here today to tell you why. So, as always, I'm Steve. You know who I am.
I'm talking to the juice box guy.
That's right. I'm a snow professional from New York, and the entire world in snow knows my partner in crime, the most interesting man in the world, Mr. Jeremy Lindstrom, Lakeshore Snow Management, Fargo.
Once
Jeremy,
again,
what's up,
nobody
brother?
Once again, nobody knows me.
Everybody knows Jeremy.
I wish.
Man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to do this. This is really
Yeah.
cool that we got asked to do this, right?
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while now, so yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I know this has not been easy, guys. This has been in months in the making that we've had to sit on this secret, and I don't do well keeping things bottled up. I like to get stuff out there. You know, this has been very hard.
Yeah, you're like a woman. You can't tell you anything. You tell everybody.
No, I want to spread it, beat it down. You
Oh.
know,
I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say that. And next thing you know, you're fucking saying it. I'm like, what are you doing? You said you weren't gonna do that, and you just did it. So
I can't keep it in. I can't keep it
No,
in.
you-
If somebody
no, you
needs a
really
beating, I need to deliver.
yeah.
All right, guys. So this special announcement has been a very long time coming. We're very happy and honored that our show has been chosen to announce the launch of an entire new company. That does not happen every day to anybody, and it definitely doesn't happen to us. So I guess we must be doing pretty good, Jay.
Oh yeah, doing all right. Big time.
Yes, baby. So, you know, it's great to when manufacturers want to come on and announce new products, but you know, brand new companies, that's really cool. So this is a big deal to Jeremy and I, and this is what we're both all about with this show, helping our fellow snow professionals whenever and however we can. And that's certainly the case here. So gang, way back in episode 8, we were introduced to a super interesting, extremely funny, and just the right amount of crazy, eccentric guy named Rob TBO from Snowcleared up in Vancouver. All right, we had a great time doing that episode with him. And as is the case with almost all the guests on this show that we've had, we keep in pretty much constant contact, and Rob was no different. So maybe about a month after he was on the show, he reached out and wanted to talk to the two of us and see what we thought about an idea he had. Now, if you know Rob, you follow his videos from Snowcleared and everything, Rob has a lot of ideas. So, we said, yeah, we'll definitely listen. And that's when he laid out his plan for a product that is at the cornerstone of his business up at Snowcleared. See, Rob loves short iron backblades, as I'm sure everybody who's watched one of the 20 videos a day he posts for Snowcleared can attest to. And Rob just came out and said, boys, I'm buying short iron, and I'm going to totally change the whole company and do it right. And I want you guys to help me if you're in. So Jeremy and I listened to his ideas, and I think Jeremy will definitely agree that Rob is one of the most insanely driven guys we've ever come across, right, Jay?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, borderline nuts. Like, I think I'm crazy. I'm up at 2 a.m. still doing snow bids and stuff. And if I put something out or bing, they're liked by Snowcleared, I'm like, does this man ever sleep?
I don't think so. Yeah.
But
he's always got something going on in that brain. At least it seems like
absolutely. So, I mean, how do you say no to a guy like that who is a fellow snow pro? He's trying to help other snow pros by taking a product from what we have heard from everyone is unanimously loved. The short iron plow is unanimously loved, but that the business, marketing, and supply side was like severely lacking at best. And those are not our words, guys. Those are a lot of you out there who we asked about short iron before we agreed to help. So we started by helping Rob get the short iron name out there again, because short iron was basically dead as a name. Like, I thought they were out of business. They didn't do any advertising for 2 to 3 years. You never heard of them. And all you were hearing was the other backblade company. So that was the first thing. Help get short iron's name out there again with the show. Knowing the whole time that Rob was already in the process of buying it and going to rebrand and relaunch the entire company. So we were just sitting on the secret for months now and just waiting for the day that we could unveil the plan and the new company to you all. And that's why we're here today, for that very reason. So let's welcome to the show, Mr. Rob TBO. Do your thing, baby. Good to see you.
Hey, fellas, what a serious warm-up here. This is quite the intro. I'm into it. Keep going. Let's hear about
full
this.
Service package, brother.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, that's all accurate. Everything you said. Let's just get straight into it, hey?
Yeah, Jeremy, you want to take us away, bud?
Yeah, let's do it. So tell us about this whole thing and how it got started and what drove you to doing it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things start these days, like ridiculous, obsessive internet searches for a product you think might work or might be a scam. Check it out. So I'm always looking to increase efficiency. We try lots of new shovels. We try lots of new random plows. We try lots of things. The main lanes are well taken care of by the standard plow companies and shovels. But once in a while, there is an advantage. There is a unique product. And so I'm always testing how can I apply it in certain circumstances. And the short iron backblade, it looked like a gimmick. We have nothing, Canadian West Coast, Western Canada, nothing like that. And so I was like, okay, how does this make sense? If it's hanging off the back, how can you get enough snow? Is the snow going to be under your tires? Are you creating the compaction for ice on asphalt or concrete as you're driving over? I have nowhere to put it mentally. So I talked to a bunch of guys and in my area, and they let me know that I'm insane and it's the worst idea ever, and it will not work. It definitely won't work for our concrete snow. It's too sloppy. It's too heavy. Your truck won't pull it. I was like, you know what? It's a decent gamble. When you look at the import fees, taxes, hassle, like it's a lot of trouble. But I was like, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We're all going to find out. But I'm just going to send it anyways and see what I learn. So that's the thing. It's like we either win or we learn is my perspective. If we fail, like that's okay as long as you don't let it be final. And that was the journey like half a dozen years ago when I met Jason. He answered all of my questions. He explained things that are way over my head that I have no business knowing about the equipment and specs and engineering. But that was the first step in this journey for me, kind of getting familiar with pole plows and short iron in particular.
So challenge accepted, huh?
That's right.
I'm gonna bring one up.
Hell yeah.
And Rob, you've been like, you don't leave anything stock. I've seen your videos, and you like literally look like the original Toy Story with all the toys that have parts of other toys and stuff on it.
It's an illness.
Like, you guys tinker and tweak more than anybody I've ever seen. So yeah. I mean, but that's how you find out what works.
Yes.
What setup works best for you.
Yep.
So what are your plans for the new company? How are you going to take this and improve it and make it better than what it was?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Jason has done a phenomenal job with the engineering, with the manufacturing, the building. The guy, he cares so much. Right now, the product as it is, I'm very happy with it. I have a bunch of things we could talk about later that I would like to go next steps on and make changes. But right now, Jason's basically built this fantastic thing for, like out of a pickup truck. He has a warehouse and stuff, but the way that it's built is like, how did you get here? How does anybody know who you are? Like, there's not a business to this amazing product, and you've made it work. But he cares so much about saving price for the guys, about making it as easy as possible, about where can he skimp and save to make your life easier. Like, he's a phenomenal guy, and he had some bad bounces, and it made things compound, and it got ugly. So he was basically a straight torpedo for business, death, and bankruptcy. So,
and I mean, I think everybody we've spoken to, I mean, Jeremy, have you ever heard a bad word about the product? Like, I've never heard anything bad about Short Iron. Everybody loves the product. They didn't like all the other crap that was involved with trying to get the product.
Yes. It was like, like his heart was too big and got himself in trouble, overcommitting, trying to help too much, and he couldn't afford to run the business. And so, obviously I'm on my stories all day, every day, but he would call me and ask questions about the business, about Streamline, about people, and I would say, if I was in that circumstance, I don't have a manufacturing business, but I would try this, or I would try this. You choose, and then from there, call me back once you try left or right, and tell me how the team responds, tell me how the customers respond, and then I'll show you what would I do after that. And so I kept kind of putting these things out, like, this is your business, but I have some ideas on how I think you could run smoother. And he calls me back a month later. He's like, man, I was terrified. That was really uncomfortable. You gave me these two options. I picked one, and it worked. I was like, yeah, great. That's the idea. Like, these are supposed to work. And so month after month, he would call back with, what do I do about this circumstance? And so I talk him through it, and it was like this constant surprise of like, wow, it's really working. So we got to the point where I was like, do you want to build a business, or do you want to be really good? Do you want to be the best fabricator out there building the best products? And he's like, that's just what I don't want to run. I hate emails. I hate all the stuff other than me and the metal. That's just what I want. And I was like, okay. So after years of working together, talking through my bad ideas on what I think he could change on the plow, I called him last summer and I said, just so you know, there's no pressure here. I'm looking to build 10 businesses by the time I'm 40. I'm not really a partner kind of guy. I'm open to some partnership with you. We've talked about this for a long time. There's clearly a ceiling you're bouncing off of because there's not enough of a business around this phenomenal product. If you're open to it, consider it. I won't bring it up again. I'd be willing to jump in, help make this something that it can be as a business and serve more guys. If you get the business in order, we can really help the bigger markets. But right now you can help a few guys here and there, and it's too tight. It's too stressful. Let me know what you think. And so I had a few questions, and then it was kind of like, okay, next, we're done talking about that. It's kind of weird, whatever. And so I was like, I took my shot. It's something I believe in. I know it could go. I know it's in a bad position. A lot of guys are very, rightfully so, territorial of their business. Don't touch my stuff. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. We got some Top Gun in the background. Like Jeremy, like if somebody was like, hey, let me buy into your thing. You're like, hey, how about never? This is my thing. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. And so most guys are like that, and that's great. Yeah. But I'm not in business. I'm not some whip cracking boss. It's like, how do we get the best out of this thing? How do we work together? And so I've been doing that with Jace for years. And so I was like, I would be willing to do this to get you off running. I don't know if I want to stay with it or not, but let me get into it. But I'm not bringing this up again. It's done. If you want to talk about it, you bring it up. And so that was a Friday afternoon. And he called me Monday morning with a bunch of 4-letter words about the guys in the shop and some of the things going on, equipment, trying to get production up, the stress of what's going on. And so I was like, hey, that sounds like a rough start to Monday. How can I help? And he's like, I'm calling you. Like, you're the help. Let let's do this. Were you serious? I was like, yeah, I was serious. He's like, okay, let's do this. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm into it. It's going to take up time. It's going to take an outrageous amount of money, but I'm up for it because I believe in the product so much. It's absolutely, I don't want to use silly words like revolutionized but it actually has dramatically changed our business and what we're capable of.
Yeah, no, it definitely has. I mean, you guys love that thing up there, and I don't use them personally here, but I see your videos, so I can definitely see the value.
We're gonna have to get you on.
Yeah.
Give him a test run.
I don't really. I mean, I'm sure I would try it, and maybe it would work. Maybe for us, but we got a lot of tight spots, and like we're all equipment.
I believe in you,
We'll
Steve.
say that for every.
We're all equipment. What I'm saying is, I don't have a lot of. I'll try anything. I'll try anything, but like I don't have a need for something that drags 20 feet at a time. I'm not doing wide open stuff.
I'm guessing you don't have to get a 20-footer. You can get a. What's the lowest it goes, Rob?
Yes, you can get a 14, but listen, it's 8 feet.
Well, that's not full send.
Listen, it's 8 feet.
If I'm going to do it, I want.
Hold on,
you said
hold
you can't
on.
do it because you're a little guy.
I'll try anything.
So here's the magic of it, Steve. Like honestly, the thing travels on my truck at highway speeds. It can't be wider than 8 and change.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So we're not pushing 20 at a time, but if you choose to level up and want to do something like 20 feet,
want to be a big boy?
You know, the world is your oyster. It's just there for you.
I'll try it. Send me one. I'll try it.
Yeah,
I definitely will try it.
Well,
I got somebody to try on the old silver bullet.
You want R&D to the max, Rob. You get one for Andy Broughton.
We're gonna figure out what breaks
one for
first.
The silver bullet.
He will.
That's the guy that Jeremy's got the videos of bursting into flames while plowing. Full send.
Full send. Full send. Pulling off semis.
That's it.
Hot damn.
If he can't break it, it can't be broke, brother.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Good for you. So now you're the boss, man. You're running the show. What is the new company? Tell us the name. Get it out there.
The new name is, after 100 declines from our lawyers, I finally got a name that'll stick. It's not infringing on somebody's other American business, which as a Canadian, the rules are all different, I'm learning. Yep. But we now officially approved our Top Gun Backblades.
Top Gun Backblades.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
I like the name. What's your color scheme going to be?
Thanks, man. I think it's American made. It's American roots. I think something in that strong. I know it's not standard. Everything's red or stainless in the industry, which is the norm. I mean, I'm a bit of a shit disturber, so I like nudging things in different directions. So I feel like I'm pretty committed on like military colors.
Nice.
So
that works.
The greens are like desert sand, like some blue and like that Navy ship kind of.
Oh, yeah, the Navy gray.
Yeah. So we're gonna try. I mean, I'm always on my stories getting polls, seeing what people like, seeing what they're interested in. And so we've got a few of the colors picked, but we're going to, when you have this huge piece of metal hanging off the back of your truck, I don't want it to hide and I don't want it to blend in. Like, what the hell is that thing? Like, your plow's on backwards. What are you doing? I want those conversations.
That's great.
Oh, I love it.
So, Rob, I love that. And I think that's important to note that American built, American made, Canadian owned, but you are going so full into this, you've actually moved to Texas.
That's right. Yeah. Moved to the States.
That's important to note.
Yes.
Snow built America.
Well,
listen, I don't know. I don't know if you've been following, but I think parts of Texas got snow in the last couple of years and it shut them down for like weeks.
Yeah. That was when we went to Arkansas. That's where we were heading. We were heading to Dallas, and then we got diverted over to Arkansas.
So, I mean, if Rob has a couple short irons at his house, in Texas,
oh boy,
he'll be able to take over.
Money.
Imagine the videos.
I'm like, is that even ethical? I'd be able to make so much money in a 36-hour window.
What better advertisement than Top Gun Backblades helping the state of Texas get clear?
Honestly, yeah, I'm fighting the temptation to not have a backup system here because I know it. You would just like open your wallet. They have no
Good
options
for
here.
you, brother.
That's awesome.
I'm happy for you. I'm really excited to see what you do with this, because like I said, I mean, anything you touch, you just, like you said, you go full send, and it seems to work. You're not afraid to test. You're not afraid to tweak. You're not afraid to have people say, "What the hell are you doing?" It's awesome. I love it. I'm glad we could help you with this. What else you got, Jay? Let's hit them, man. Nothing's off the table. Let's hit 'em.
Okay, so send it. So make it awkward. Give me the hard questions. Tell me why it's stupid. Tell me why this business has made it. Like, I know that this last year the business made a mess with some guys, and I'm here to like clean it up, clear it up. I want nothing hiding in the corners. I want no skeletons. I am all the way in on this thing.
You were kind of answering the questions already, but we've heard a lot of guys love the short iron. We're not going to fill you full of shit. A lot of guys love it, and
yes,
but the business side of it, they weren't fulfilling their end, and
yes.
you kind of were answering that already. But
yes,
as far as product wise, like you've said, products have always been good. It's just getting it delivered and getting it delivered on time, and the stuff that I've heard, from messages I've gotten. But as far as the product, and then having you involved now, I think it's just going to be rock solid. I mean, honestly,
thank you.
I'm not saying I know you great, but I know you enough to know that you're going to put everything into this, and it's going to be nuts. I mean, I don't know.
I heard.
I'm sure you're probably you're going to put a bunch of shit on it, I would assume, too, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
Not shit.
No, it's way more fun.
You're probably going to put like a liquid sprayer on the thing.
Hell yeah.
Who knows,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's really all it's missing.
Yes.
Being able to have a liquid tank in the back, hook up with VSI, get some kind of liquid spray system for the bed, and then be able to have like a hydraulic boom that comes down over the short iron there. I'm sorry, the Top Gun.
Yeah, formerly known. That's cool.
That's it. It's going to be tough now. You got me ingrained saying short iron. I'm not going to say that anymore. Now it's going to be all Top Gun.
Top Gun's going to be easy to say.
Top Gun.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's it, baby.
So like
strong name.
Cool. It feels really ballsy, honestly. I try and fly under the radar mostly. I'm not able to do that as much anymore. I can't just sneak through things anymore. And so it's like, we tried dozens of names, and I mean, you guys went through them and told me why most of them are the worst names you've ever heard in your whole life.
Yeah.
Some of them were.
Some of them were pretty bad. I was like,
you're paying a marketing company to help you with this? Those are awful.
Oh, those are terrible. Those are bad. Top Gun, when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's the name. Those other ones, I was like,
yeah. Absolutely. It was like, eureka. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we can actually have a conversation.
Yeah, totally. So going back a minute to the sprayers and whatever, like if I have my way, if things go favorably, we get all the business stuff in order. This year is stabilized. So we need, when you're one guy running a thing, you don't know what's what. You don't know how much fuel you're going through in your jerry cans. You don't know how many. You just survive it, and it happens, and you're tired, and life goes on. So it's been run that way a lot here. So my job is to standardize. Let's get everything set up. Let's get it going. Let's have a few months to see how does it all work. What should we build the plows in batches of X number, 20, 100. How does the powder coating work? Is there ways we could standardize? But until we standardize everything and have a look at what's what and who's who and how it works and how all of our suppliers work, we can't really make adjustments or tweaks on a higher level. And so that's the thing for me. It's boring, but all the building stuff, all the emails and calls and things to get everything set up, and then once it's set up, actually see what's what, not an outlier circumstance. The shop catches fire. It's like, okay, things happen within production, within owning a shop, but doesn't mean you can build a system based on a fire that happened one time. So understanding the business, getting crystal clear on the whole processes so that we know what's what, and then we can make next steps. So some of those steps would be like changing the shop around, adding things as we need. The future developments I'm interested, we're testing this year, is a buddy of mine actually works Snowcleared back home, super genius guy, farmer, but built greenhouses with all mechanical robot everything's sweet guy. So he's working with this European GPS
What's in
company.
those greenhouses?
Sorry?
What's in those greenhouses?
Moneymakers only. So GPS, it's the kind that like runs tractors and stuff. So it's like super dialed. And to be able to ensure when you service a site. So as you grow as a company, when you're not the guy doing all the things anymore, which, you know, when you're the guy doing it, it's unimaginable to have people doing all the important work, but it can happen. So we've been there for a bit, and we put GPSs in all of our equipment, our subcontractors, everything. And so we have records of where they are. We have records of what's happened, but this is next level on that. You'll be able to see what passes did they make. Like it'll fill out the map as we go. So for insurance purposes, for, you know, the clients say there's an inch of snow on the ground. You were never here. It's like, hey, did you see those snow piles that weren't there yesterday? Let me show you the map. Let me show you the time my guys were in. I have this GPS. We have everything. Yes, we're coming back. No problem. But things like that for insurance and for client relationships and like reputation building to say like, no, I can show you if we weren't there or we were there. And then we could talk about that. I know that we were there. I know that you don't believe I was there. That's okay. Here's a GPS record. The other thing I want to get to for equipment upgrades here is a controller. The controller is clunky. It doesn't break. Nothing breaks with short iron. It's like it's kind of a problem because there's nothing to fix and you're not replacing your short iron. Like if you're growing, you're adding more, but you're not replacing the blade. It doesn't just wear out. So the controller is something I want to change. I would like a smaller handheld, you know, kind of in the Western wideout range or the Boss extension wing things. We run a couple of those. I love the efficiency of them. I'm open to new buttons too, like buttons on the sides that could help control things, but we're always testing. So I haven't like talked about that much online, but we are testing all the stuff, and that would be a next year rollout. So I think that would be too disruptive to the biz this year to add anything. We just need to make it boring and standard. The third thing would be, so there's a main blade right behind the truck and then the wings. So the main blade, I'd like to find an option for a tighter cutting edge. So I don't know what that means, like a trip edge or
like a live edge type deal, trip
something.
Edge.
Yeah, so I don't know what that is. And I've been dying for 2 years to test it, but we've been working on so many other things. I just haven't got there. So I foresee a day when we'll be there, but it hasn't been the top priority yet. So let me get 1 year to my belt.
Busy. You got to be swamped trying to take this on and everything else you still have going. You know.
Yes.
I got a headache just talking about it, dude. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. I'm just built for this. Growing up, people were like,
live edge. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
I think I can see it in your eyes. It's already.
Oh yeah.
it's already happening. I can tell.
Yeah, I want that one. So as is, it's great. No plow serves every function. So
no.
So that's okay. I'm okay that this doesn't serve every function. This isn't a front blade with hydraulic wings that's gonna do XYZ. This isn't a metal plus, that does metal plus things.
That could be
breaking hoses.
That could be leaving an oil slick behind you.
Oh boy. I get expensive, that drum of oil and a hose maker.
So this isn't competing with those. Like, I'm so grateful that those exist. Those have paved the way.
Oh yeah.
Those have been there to provide us all with the snow work to be as efficient as we can. This is not those. We're not competing with those. So, we've learned a ton from those, but trucks are made for payload. Trucks aren't really made for weight on your front end like they are.
Yeah. That
cantilever is really heavy on them. We got some of our Dodge guys, they're subcontractors. They rebuild their front end every other year. It's a lot.
That's to be expected with the Ram.
Oh, here we go. I said all the trigger words this last 60 seconds. So payload. So trucks are built for payload. That's obvious. We all know that. And trucks are made to pull, not push. Mm-hmm. It's not the biggest difference, but it is a difference. So it's not hard on the trucks. What we're doing, the plows are huge and heavy. You need a solid truck. But the production is also outrageous. So, you know, if you get our most commonly sold blade is a 16-footer. The average front blade is 8 feet. Like I believe in all the snow guys out there. They can do the math. Double the production is a thing. So some of the questions around that would be like, well, doesn't it get on? What if you get too much snow? I was like, what do you get if you have too much snow on your front blade? What do you do? Like that? That's just a snow. That's not a short iron thing. That's a snow thing. And if you watch some of the videos, you can see the plow is like got so much snow way under my truck. It doesn't stop going. It stacks up to the top of the bed. Like, it's just like any other plow. I mean, I send it all the time to see what it's capable of. But those are some common questions, you know, we get. It's like, well, what happens? Am I going to lose traction? It's like, you're going to lose traction if you have too much heavy snow anyways. So those are snow things. But short iron, the magic is you can have it 8 feet or you can have it 16, 20 feet, whatever you want. That's at your discretion as an operator.
God, I want to see Andy with one of those. I want to see the silver bullet. I want to see him freaking just.
We're gonna make that happen.
It feels like
Rob, you ready for a tough one?
Yeah. It feels like the FDA testing or whatever. You know, when they just smash your equipment over and over and over. It feels like that's what's gonna happen here. Silver bullet's just gonna full send.
Full send.
I can feel it.
All the time.
Oh man, yeah, it's coming. Let's do it. I'm up for it. I want to see what breaks.
Listen,
break it.
I got to ask this.
Yep.
So, like I told you, we've spoken to a couple guys. A lot of guys have reached out in DM, like, why are you involved with short iron? What is going on? You know, you guys, you know, you're talking about your integrity and all this stuff. That guy, you know, he didn't fulfill my order. He let me hanging in the wind 7 months. The product is great. Nobody has a problem with the product. They love it. It never breaks. How does a company like that fail? And, you know, if the product is good, generally you win.
Yep.
You know, if you build a better product than anybody else, generally how it's supposed to go is you win.
Yep.
How does a company fail like that? Get into more detail if you don't mind. And tell these guys, give the guys like the two guys that DM'd me last night about this, ironically.
Yep.
What would you say to them about their past experiences and now going forward with you as the boss with Top Gun?
Yeah, well, I mean, if there's anything lingering, I want to know. I will get it solved immediately. That's that. So I didn't make this problem, but I will take responsibility and get it solved. That's my nature. I've taken a lot of bullets that weren't for me, but you get stronger and smarter as it goes, right? So this is not me buying like Boss for $100 million. This is me buying a company that's in the grave. So it's like it's dead. It's going away. And so I was like, I don't want to let this die. So it's not peak performance and peak money. It's like tanking, but it's a magical product. And so I was like, okay, I'm in. I know how to do this. I can do this. But it is still going to take a fortune to buy up all the trouble, to stock the shelves, to fix any errors or outstandings or whatever that means. My job is to solve all of that. So was there errors? Absolutely. I'm not hiding. Let's hear about it. If you could prove something's missing, we'll deal with that. No problem.
Yeah.
But I'm putting capital into the processes, into extra guys, into we already have the best suppliers of all the components, but making sure we can keep up with the orders and deliver. I've said this a few times, like I think we're going to sell out like rapidly because I'm not selling unlimited blades. We cannot produce unlimited blades. That's not the game.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what's your production? What are you planning?
Yeah, so was I. Good, Jay.
Yeah. Sorry, boys, can't give you that number.
Okay.
Right. I will.
Yeah,
I have the numbers.
Corporate two-step.
Yeah. No, I like. We have goals, targets, numbers, all those things. But I'm gonna keep. We could talk after. We could talk after.
Under a million.
Under a million, definitely more than one, and under a million.
Under a million.
Yeah. So
it's a good start.
Yeah. Now you know. I told you everything.
Yeah.
So
Texas DOT is probably going to buy most of them.
Oh, in time, I hope. So my plan is to take ownership on the problems, standardize, make it boring, make sure everybody gets what they order, find ways to provide better resources and support. That's like long story short. The summary is if something was wrong, hopefully you haven't lost them as a client customer. Things happen. I'll be okay with it. But that dies with short iron. We're in a new place. This is Top Gun, and we're here to kick some ass and help a lot of guys, in particular with smaller businesses, really build something great. We have the formulas for that, and we're going to help you use this tool to double your production.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. And honestly, Rob, like when you told us about this original deal, I didn't know anything about short. I mean, I knew what short iron was. I've never used the product. I don't know. I know the guys that used it liked it, but we were betting on you because we know you. Like, if you're telling us you're taking something and I'm going full send on this, I'm like, yeah, he's going to do it. I mean, it's going to be okay.
Like you say, Rob, like you said, what we know of you, you can tell us you're going to invest in a paper company. You'll probably make a paper company better. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll probably make a piece of paper. Just by talking to you, you have all these ideas that just nonstop. So I'm like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Thank you.
And that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part for us.
Yep.
We started doing the powered by short iron and all that stuff in the commercial. And we couldn't tell everybody that you were now the driving force behind it. And if we could have done that right off the bat, I'm sure it would have saved us a lot of DMs from what the hell are you doing?
Yep.
What are you guys doing? What are you thinking?
Yep.
But now everybody knows this is it. This is what's been going on. Rob is taking over and you got a new company. Short iron is no more and Top Gun is the future.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate you guys taking the heat on that. So I do things in a distinct way usually. Okay, you don't really want to advertise a dead and dying company. That's not like a cool or lucrative situation. But I needed to get the name back on the table in conversation to be remembered. And then I had this wild idea with my core team. I was talking, it's like, okay, so we're making this move. We can't just introduce some random company. We can't just say we bought them and we're this, because it could be like, how many times it's like, well, did they sell to a Chinese factory? Now the product's going to be garbage. Who's in charge? Are they clearing house? Like, what compromises they're making? How are they changing everything? It's like, well, I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. Jason's staying on indefinitely. He wants to see this become the thing we all know it can be. He just hasn't seen it yet. And so,
good for him.
So I thought, it's weird. Let's advertise the dying thing, use it as a bridge, and hopefully I have an opportunity like this to talk to you guys. I'm so proud to work with you guys, and grateful for what we're going to be able to do together and help small businesses. And then let's launch the new thing from there. So we've got it on the table. It's in conversation. Let's explain why we're here, what happened, and then let's show the next version of this and stay ahead of the story. Oh, I heard XYZ bought it. Oh, they're making these
absolutely.
No, let's dispel all that. Let's stay ahead of it. You got questions, come to me. Let's talk about it. Let's show what's really happening. I try. I mean, I can't be transparent with everything all the time, and you guys have assisted me in this last 6 months greatly on that, taking some heat. But I do pride myself on transparency and sharing what's really going on. So it's wild to just say, hey, look at this mess that we came from. But I'm not worried about that. We've got that mostly beat and solved, and I'm so excited about this next chapter. The future is bright.
Yeah, good for you, brother. Oh,
can I explain one more thing?
Go ahead.
So with Jason, so I mean, I'm mostly art brain. You could probably, I'm scattered. I'm art brain. I've learned business. I've studied books, podcasts on like an outrageous. I'm obsessive. It just is. So Carrie Underwood, the artist, right? We've all heard of her. Who before she went on American Idol, you didn't know of her. Her church heard her sing. Her community knew she was the best ever. This hidden gem, this talent that could do this thing. And then she got connected with this beast of an operation, a great system which is American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody knows her since then. It's exploded. They put the right resources, support systems around her, and now she's like the queen of country. So I see this same thing with Jason. Jason is this like genius starving artist that this local community knows about. And I'm good at building systems. And so for me, this is kind of how I see that whole thing is like, there's got to be thousands of other guys building snow things nobody knows about. Nobody knows how good they are except their buddies that drink beer in the basement with them. And so my job is to really connect the dots and feature this product as best we can, because it genuinely solves a great problem and it doubles your capacity. If you're a single owner operator, you got 2 guys, instead of buying a truck, instead of buying another plow, instead of training another guy and paying the wages, now you can just double your production yourself. And if the truck goes down and you have the skid hookup, that plow can still be working. The skid can come grab it, or you can drop it off on a site, and now the skid can run this 16, 20-foot blade. So,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. You got the skid plate on.
Yeah. That's my tinkering. Like Jason's like, nope, don't do it. And I was like, okay, if I do it, what will happen before I own the company? So he's like, well, it won't totally look right, and I can't provide like warranty on it. I was like, I figured. I'm going to send it anyway, so let's just see what happens. Yep. And, I mean, man, when you have a big skid pushing that stuff, it feels like cheating. It's just so good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So also, I'm blabbing a lot here.
No, you're good.
The product speaks for itself. We'll do the marketing. We'll do the things to make the product go. The bigger thing I care about is helping. I have had some really dark, hard, scary days, especially early on in business, but I didn't know what's going on. I was just working and sweating and stressing and barely paying bills and believing one day things will change. So I was committed to going next level. What does next level mean? I didn't know at the time. It was terrifying, but let's get some things going here. So studied, tried stuff, and had a landscape company. Every time something worked, I just documented it and moved on. I tried another thing. I tried another thing. I tried another thing. I tried another thing. Now, the company wasn't even really working. So everybody's like, what the hell are you doing? This thing is just floundering, and you're trying a new thing, and you're trying a new thing, and you're trying a new thing. But now I know what I know. I know it works. I know why it works. And so I know it's an outlier. I know what's predictable. I know how to see what's happening, because I risked it all for years trying not to make the landscape company work, but to try and build a business accounting for the nuance. So we build systems on everything. And then there's contingencies, a flow chart. So you should choose X, and all our team members have this. You should choose X. If X fails, now you have like right or left. You've probably seen like the thing on the meme is like, can you fix it with duct tape or a hammer? Yes or no? And then you just go. So we've built everything that way. So we've started a project to make, I guess, a course to help guys who are like, what is this? I have a plow. I don't know what's happening. What do I do next? How do you grow? What's anything? So I'm going to share all the secrets that we have and help guys get from 0 to 1. Help build a business around what you're doing. Take the mystery out of it. Take the secrecy. Take the fear and chaos and stuff. Let's make it make sense for you. So as a bigger project, that's what I want to deliver on. And yes, it'd be good if you buy our tool. But if you're doing well, we're all doing better. It's a rising tide situation. So let's educate you. Let's support you in not a weird, nerdy, unrelatable way. When I see all the specs on a spec sheet, or somebody talks about a sprayer with all the details and the fancy XYZ and the nozzle, and I like, you lost me. I got nothing. I'm not built that way. And a lot of guys I know either love it or like they don't know either, and they feel stupid. And like I do all the time. So it's like, okay, that stuff, the higher education is taken care of. Let me help with the average Joe. Let's build your business around these cool toys you have. And if we all do that, then you have less guys underbidding you on sites, and they know what's what, and they know the risk when they underbid. So it's like, okay, you can overbid, but at least, or underbid. But if you know you're being an idiot, just trying to get the work or whatever, at least you know, right? You're not like, oh, I'm going to get rich on this $5,000 when it should be $35,000. But if you don't know, you don't
Guys
know.
that run off with a target for 15 grand thinking they got it for a steal.
Yeah, obviously.
This is awesome.
Yes.
They can have it.
Well,
you have it.
15,000. I mean, as a little guy, which I've been there lots, 15,000 is so much better than 0.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, I got a starting place. But it's like, well, you got a lot of liability, a lot of expense, and there's definitely no profit. So let's make that make sense for you. So that's a bigger project, along with the plow upgrades and adjustments. This is one of those things I'm passionate about. It's like, let's just build you a thing also you can be proud of, not just show off your piece of metal. You should be proud of your business and know what your business even is.
Good for you, brother.
Yeah.
Does Top Gun have a webpage yet?
It does. So full launch
I'll
is,
throw that out.
what is the date? I guess it's Monday, August 21?
21, I
20?
think, yeah.
20.
Yeah, we're
21.
recording this on Friday. It'll
So-
drop Monday.
Yeah.
So timestamp here, August 21, 2023. We're going to see where this is in a year, 3 years, 5 years, see what happens. But this is official launch date. Yeah, we did soft launch, made the website public. I shared on my stories, had a bunch of people through, and I love testing. I'm just a nerd. I'm predictable. So guys were like, hey, is this right on here? Hey, I don't like how this flows. Hey, I don't like how this scrolls. Like, perfect. Launch day is Monday. We've got a week. We can make all these adjustments for proper launch day, and then we're dialed. Because it is embarrassing when you do a proper launch and stuff doesn't work. It's not great.
Yeah.
So I've learned how soft launch and then hard launch. And
the
you
American
learn
way, though. Launch with 70%.
Just send it, see what happens. Yeah, right.
Figure it out.
So what is the web address for the webpage?
Top Gun Blades. So
Top Gun Blades.
yep. I didn't want a Top Gun Backblades servesyouBest.com kind of situation. I was like, Top Gun Blades are already long. We was looking at Top Gun BB, like all the versions of it, and it's like Top Gun Blades makes the most sense. We will be
topgunblades.com. Check it out. What about Instagram? Got Instagram for Top Gun yet?
Yep. Short iron that's getting converted over.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That's good.
that'll be there. Yeah, we're doing that full public situation transition too on there. So
You know
you'll
what
see
your
me
name
share
is
that.
going to be on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Top Gun Blades again?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
Top Gun Backblades.
Sweet.
With the cool logo and all that. Your logo looks pretty sweet.
Thank you.
I like the logo.
Thank you. I wanted something that was kind of like a badge, but not like a boring, like the star that's kind of shredded. It feels like it's like active a bit. And so I like that. I don't want some like badge that just goes on a jersey and I don't know.
And you got like sergeant stripes on that, right?
Chevrons,
So you
yeah.
can promote yourself in a couple of years. Change the logo. You're doing well. You're a lieutenant. Then you're a captain.
Yeah.
Depending on how good you are at operating this is how many chevrons you get on
There
your
you go.
badge.
I love
That's it.
Yeah.
You got to send guys their stripes every year when they send good videos in. Send them a stripe.
No
What do
kidding.
you do when they hit a vehicle or something with the wing? Do you?
You lose your chevrons. You go back to zero.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's great. We'll be starting a Facebook group and everything to help kind of the group, the tribe, the whatever, to talk about Top Gun within a kind of a private setting. If you own one and you're part of it, we'll get you connected with guys who are more experienced. If you have questions, whatever, we're in the field. I'm not trying to sell anything. We're trying to build a really good system so we can support guys the best. That's the way to summarize this.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Very excited.
All right. Anything else, Jay?
No, I mean I'm pretty excited to see this launch and
Yeah, this is
I wanna
great. I'm
see
happy
these.
for him.
I want to see these things in action. They're pretty badass. So I mean,
Yeah. No, and
I've seen a few of them. I've seen some videos of them, but yeah, I don't know. Just the new launch and everything. I don't know. It just seems like a fresh start.
are we going to see Glacier pushing one of these this winter
I don't know. We'll have to get
on Jeremy's truck?
Yeah, I think you guys would be.
I don't think my truck will have one. But
Not your truck.
I drive a half ton. I mean, I just drive around.
Oh boy.
I just babysit.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think that'll make the
you get
grade
the
that
top
half
BB
done.
gun.
But
BB gun. I'll take a BB gun. Why not? Let's put one on. I do put one on the front just for a bumper, more or less. But yeah, I do have one on the front of my truck.
That's nice when you can tidy with a blade once in a while too, if you have to. But we're going to GIE, and we'll see you fellas there, right? So I'm gonna bring one.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I want to bring Jason up, bring a plow. We can all sit, drink scotch, smoke cigars, eat steak, and like dick around with the plow in the driveway.
Basically have a booth without having a booth.
Yeah. I don't want to have a proper booth, but like we're going to rent a house, have everybody over, come take a look. I haven't met any, like I don't know you guys in person. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
If you got a floppy fish handshake or, you know, you shake like a man. I don't know anything yet.
You have a restraining order against those like
So I want to meet all the guys. I talk to a pile of guys online all the time. I don't know how tall you guys are. I don't know. So it's like, this is my chance to meet everybody, your chance to come kick the blade, see what's what, and we're just going to see what happens.
Good for you, man.
We're bringing our big crew, aren't we?
Yeah, the inner circle's all going.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think the only holdout was Mitchell, but then he said he's back in last night. He's got a mission now. So we got the big hitters. They're coming. So
sweet.
That's awesome. I can't wait for that, man. And that's, I mean, honestly, that's better than having a booth.
I think
having a proper booth, quote unquote.
Yeah, those shows are exhausting. So let's just hang out at the pad.
It is.
Maybe I'll get a food truck or just buy all the steak I could find. It'd be all right.
Well, you're in Texas. Just grab a couple of beef on the way.
I'd take a suitcase with me.
That's it. Some barbecue.
Yeah.
Just get a trailer, load a couple cows up, and bring them over. I'll slaughter them right there.
No kidding. Right over the fire.
All right, gang. Rob, that was awesome. I know we both wish you the best, man. We're excited for you.
Thank you.
I think this is going to be great. And if you're behind it, I don't see how it can fail. I don't see how it can fail because you just don't know how to fail, really. Everything you touch, as crazy as it looks on the outside, it seems to work.
It's got the systems.
I am obsessive. I have a hard time letting it go until I feel comfortable with what we've built.
All right. Well, I think that's awesome, and I think that's going to do it for this very special first ever company launch episode of the Snowjobs Podcast. We are getting into so many different areas with this show now that we never thought we would. But we want to thank Rob for being with us. We wish him all the luck and success with Top Gun Backblades in the future. You know, we know you. We know you're going to crush it. So best of luck to you, bud. Thank you for letting us be a part of it. It's an honor.
Thanks, gents.
Yes, sir.
I feel the same.
All right. And thank you guys, all you guys out there in Snowjobs Nation, for all your continued support of the show and what we're doing here. You know, make sure you guys check out Top Gun, see what they got going on. As always, everybody have a safe week. Keep pushing.